All right, everybody. Hey, it's me, 5XP, and welcome. We are finishing up, right? So we left off many moons ago. So 2 weeks ago, we left off finishing the hunt of Lantern Year 9. We did Bone Eaters. We did the Unmaking. We did, oh man, we had a bit of a rough hunt, but now we're doing the showdown. So Lantern Year 9, Settlement of Reprise, and Level 2 Phoenix on the table. What's up, Stickler? Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome everybody on Twitch and YouTube. This is going to need a little bit of a refresher for me. So we're going to go over kind of what the current state of these guys. We got the overlay up there right now so we can kind of get a glimpse of what might have happened, but the gear grids probably suffered the most. All right, so we'll talk about that. But anyway, it's what's it, Sunday, July 26th, and next week, this upcoming week, is GenCon. All right, so I will be gone, and tomorrow I'm doing prep, right? I'm spending the last couple days before I go to Gen Con with my family. So I won't be here streaming regular this week. I will be setting up maybe Tuesday a little 24/7 stream on Twitch to kind of just have the channel going while I am gone. So I'll do probably anything of the recent stuff. So Sansa Blake Manor, the Elder Scrolls board game play, anything, all basically from the beginning of Soundgarden all the way through where we are right now. I'll have that kind of rolling 24/7, right? So just to have something that if somebody sees that badge swag in Gen Con and they can go, oh, what the heck is this? And they'll see that I'm actually live, not really, while I'm at Gen Con. So something fun for me to just have going. I also want to talk about today, after the showdown, talk about kind of what I'm gonna see, like what maybe are some expectations that we have of the KDM group at Gen Con. So they have their booth, they have maybe some releases they're throwing the chalkboard for sale at their booth. They have 4 game tables with various stuff going on there. And then on top of that, what other board games am I looking at Gen Con? Like what am I going to kind of take a look at? And right? You'll never know I was there. So, and then I want to talk about something fun for the channel, and then talk about my new schedule. So this is the last of the evening schedule, or the evening streams, because kids are going back to school and I gotta work with what I got, and that is a morning full of free hours and an evening not so much, because you got sports stuff and all kinds of stuff going on. So changing hours, just like we did at the beginning of the summer, we're flip-flopping back to where we were. All right, focus now. Come on, focus. All right, Ariana is a freshie, right? Now we did get the one box of experience from the Bone Eaters on the hunt, so she's not actually a freshie. She's got one, but she's rolling our not complete anymore set of Rawhide. So we won't get the survival bonus. It's a bit of a bummer. I believe her pants got unmade. But well, she's doing her best. She's doing the best she can. But she's got the Sun Ring bow and the Sylvanas quiver and the hollow point arrow and the clawhead arrow. So she is able to move and shoot. She's lost cumbersome, and she's gained +2 accuracy to all her arrows and bows. And she's still rolling the seed pattern headband, which allows her to spend a survival to What is that one? That's while insane, although which she is not at the moment. She got completely wiped out. While insane, you may spend one survival to turn a monster's reaction into a failure reaction before you make any wound attempts. So let's see if we can't get her insane. And I do believe that is why I have placed her next to the, was it Survivor Corpse? Which we pulled Survivor Corpse and a Stone Face. And of course, being musical, we like to use the Richard Starkey Stone Face. It's just, I don't know, it just reminds me of Ringo for some reason. And forever it will now be Ringo. All right. So then we've got Axl Rose. Axl is not in full leather. He's rolling the Sun Lantern face mask, the Sun Lantern mask, with the Cat Fang knife. So he's throwing the Cat Fang knife, and he's been given a whole bunch of extra strength. He got 2 strength tokens from the hunt. I can't remember how that happened, but he's got 2 strength from Monster Tooth Necklace, and 3 strength innate. So yeah, and with sneak attack. So this guy should be able to do some real nasty damage with that. Plus he's now a specialist. He's now a dagger specialist. So being able to re-attempt a wound after reaction, potential if there is one, you can discard to try again. Love that. Let's see, Taylor Swift did not have the best. She did not have a great time. She's lost 2 things. But she's still in, for the most part, mostly complete leather with Monster Grease and the Long Claw and the first aid kit. So she's, as long as she can hit with that thing, we should be good, right? She's also Guitar Specialist, so she'll be canceling reactions. That's really good. Okay, last but certainly not least, Dolores. Dolores is actually in full Screamer. So that she apparently, I don't know what she's missing up there or what happened. You'll have to remind me, it's been a while. But she's rolling the Twilight Sword, and she is 5 ticks into that spec. So she doesn't get deadly yet, but she does get the speed and reduces cumbersome. Right, yeah, I think she's at 5. Yeah, she needs to be 6. So 6 would be lovely. Not happening right now, but she does get to move and attack and get 3 total speed at the moment. How are they faring? Dolores, Dolores was the target of the Bone Eaters. She was the champion, right? So she got her derriere smacked a bit. And not in like that kind of way. Like, like not in a pleasant way. So she lost all her armor at her feet. She lost all her armor at her waist. And we somehow got some of it back. I cannot remember. Yep, can't remember. Oh, I think we used the unmake on that one, right? So it gained +2 armor on rolling well enough that it didn't get unmade. It was reinforced. Pretty sure that's what it was. All right. Let's see. I mean, what else is there? I've shuffled? Oh, monster bad guy stuff. Let's do that. Why not? Like, we're all refreshing. Phoenix level 2. He is, what is it, 18 health? 18 health, toughness of 12, movement of 8. Starts the showdown with an extra speed and damage. And the only difference is the top of the food chain. Where is that one? So we know materialize. So when he's told to materialize, he disappears and then reappears on top of as many survivors as possible adjacent to the target. Then we've got Zeal at the end of each monster turn, perform basic action, which is age token, move, smack around a little bit, and then Razor Wind. And so we'll try to save our dodge, our dip dives and dashes for when he does that. Spiral Age, which is unfortunately gonna be a thing to really avoid with this group. Axel has 3 unchecked age boxes. Taylor Swift has, look at that, 7. Dolores, 6. Ariana is the only one that is probably okay with taking 1. So we do have some people with some high insanity. So we could spend an action, which, because we're in People of the Sun, we do not have Surge, which is kind of one of the best ways to mitigate this. So you can Surge to roll this and then do whatever you want with the rest of your turn. Unfortunately, we don't have that. Right. So what we have is not Endure. That's not the right one. It's, oh crap. Dang it. I've forgotten what it's called. It's Overcharge and Embolden. That's what it was. That's what it was. It's not like I haven't played in 2 weeks. All right, but here's top of the food chain. So Embolden is, if you don't have any strength tokens, you can get one. Spend a survival to get one. Then Overcharge is, if you have any strength tokens, spend a survival to spend those strength tokens, all of them, and add Devastate 1 to your attack, right? And of course, because this monster is ugly, it's really, really ugly, we are adding 3, I guess, minusing 3 to severe injury rolls. Only from attacks, though, right? Of course, we're probably not going to be rolling, severe injuries from much else, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way to do that. Crystal, we good? We did get a bunch of other tokens, though. I think everybody has a -1 evasion except Dolores. She's got -1 accuracy. So let's see, who gets the monster controller? It's, oh, we do have a prio target because this dude's not stinky. Axel, let's give you the monster controller since you're going to get that freebie. And don't forget, we have channel points. If you've been watching for, well, as long as Stickler and Necro and some of these other guys, you will have accumulated some XP down at the bottom of that screen on Twitch. Check it out. Click that sucker. You might be able to add shades, which is not necessarily a good thing for me, but it does make it a bit more fun. Stickler just redeemed a reroll, so I don't know. Are we just banking those, Stickler? Is that for anything specific? And look at that, 25 stream streak. Gross. All right, so rerolls, you can redeem one and tell me to reroll. I don't know, maybe I just critted him, and you're like, and you want me to not crit him, you can tell me to re-roll that crit. Or if I rolled a 1 and somebody's about to die, you can tell me to re-roll that and try to save their lives. And you will be a hero. Be a hero. Think about it that way. Like, everybody wants to be a hero. All right, so we also have adding a shade up to the level of the monster. So we have a level 2 Phoenix on the table. So you'll be able to add up to 2 shades at any time. There can only be maximum of 2 because of level 2. But you guys can keep pounding these things on the table, right? Just throw shade after shade after shade on the table. It makes it just more difficult. But why not? It's fun. Right? So we are a people of the sun. Shades are just a thematic, right? What else we got? We got anything else? I feel like we should. I need to do more work then. If that's all we've got, then I need to do more work. All right, bad guy turn. Really, good luck, team. Let's see what he's got for us today. Pitying Sigh. Isn't that what I just did? All right. All survive. No. Mr. the Prio. So he gains an age token. If the target is insane. Oh yeah, he is. They left. Ha ha! In the face of the monster's ignorant condescension. They may spend 3 survival to gain a courage. Axel, how you doing? That would get him 2 steps away from seeing the truth. First of all, he gets that insanity for being targeted, right? Do we want to spend for courage? We love courage here. 3 survival's a lot. And I'm not sure that it's worth it. Right? Is it worth it? I don't think it is. I need those for dashes. I need this guy to live. I really want Axel to live. All right. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It says they may spend, and I'm not. I'm not. Take that. I defy you. And now he's gonna do his basic. All right, so target gains an age. No, well, it's not him no more. But it's still monster controller turn, so I think I will give him another age token. And so he's going to get another insanity. Let's see, move. Ah. We are at +1 speed. Rolling 3. What do we got? 2. Because I mean, they've lost a ton of gear, so they're going to lose a bunch of their bonuses. Oh, that's Taylor Swift. I don't even know why I'm looking at that one. He has 1 evasion, and that is it after the token. So we're hitting on 3s. But he does have a dodge. Wow, that's a lot. Thanks, 7, 8, 9. Because he was hungry. And these are going to be 3 damage each. Good thing Axel has armor pretty much everywhere. Do we want to dodge one of those hands? I feel like we probably should. I feel like we probably should. I don't want to stack 3 damage on the hands that early. So 3 damage to the chest. Do you have any damage reduction? I don't believe he do. All right, 3 to the hands, 3 to the body. And then he's gonna dip. He's gonna GTFO. So there's another survival. Let's get him the hell out of there. All right, Razor Wind. I hate Razor Wind. All right, what else, guys? We good? That was a good first round. We've dodged it all. Double checking. I think we're good. Remember, you got to call me out on this. They don't call me 5XP for nothing, right? I miss rules. I miss all kinds of stuff. But guess what? If I've done it correctly, then it's... I kind of... I want to activate that Survivor Corpse for Ariana, because I want her to be able to use that headband. But again, we just don't have Surge. So right now I feel like my best option is to hollow point it. So Embolden, Overcharge, Fire at will, Commander. So we're gonna go her first. She has no age token, so hopefully that'll help. All right, Sun Ring Bow does not come into play, but the hollow point arrow, 1 die, hitting on 6, 5, 4, 3s or better. 3s or better. Come on. I think 8'll do nicely. All right, so before I even pull this sucker, on a hit, the monster gets a -1 movement token. Where are my movements? Boom. Now what I want to see is something. I want to see something good. I feel like we're playing Let's Make a Deal. What's behind curtain number 1? Oh, I like this one. Okay. What is our strength? We got 11 from the missile. 1 and 8. Oh. Pretty sure that means all we have to do is not do that one thing that I you know, the thing. Let's not do that. We got it. All right. So that is 2 damage. So we got 1 from the regular, 2nd for Devastate. Pow, pow. And he's got a movement token. Not enough for any crit fun. Phoenix Finger would have been nice. And getting Courage would have been nice as well, but we'll take that. we got something on the first round. That makes me happy. What to do now, though? She is on the other side of the map from the face, which would give us another 2 range and 2 accuracy. But it's not necessary. That Survivor Corpse, I think, is more necessary than standing on that face. Who's next? We've got a Twilight Sword person. We've got the Lion Claw person, both of which don't have any age tokens yet. So I really kind of think we should maximize that. You want to go Dolores first? I'm feeling Dolores first. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's rolling 3. She's hitting on, let's see, 9 minus her proficiency, so 4. Being behind is 3. Does she have any accuracy? No, I believe she was hurt over the hunt. I think she lost her accuracy in the hunt. Anyway, 3s are better. That's not bad. 3s are better. I almost forgot, but don't forget. Oh wait, I forgot to check Ariana's 2 survival. I always, by default, intend to embolden and overcharge. So, pow pow. Dolores is doing it as well. Oh, poop. Look at that. Who put the 1 there? All right, that's 2 hits. We have Feathered Wing, which is Eye of the Storm. That's always no fun. All right, so if we wound there, which we probably are, people are going to get thrown about. And then we have Glorious Handed Feet on a reflex. The monster's glare pierces the survivor's puny mind, causing explosions of pain. Turn to face the attacker, roll a d10. If the result is higher than the attacker's hunt XP, that's Dolores. Oh, that's not likely. And they don't have any H tokens anyway, so that one's not going to be too bad. That one's not going to be too bad. Let's do that one foist, shall we? All right, so she's hitting on, or she's wounding, excuse me, on 9. Does she have any innates? Yes. 10, 11, 12. Oh, yeah, so she's looking good. We just have to, you know. All right, yep, there we go. That's 2. Pow pow. And reflex is the monster gets really mad. Turns and faces, right? Roll a d10. We'll roll a d10. 6. Is that higher? No, it's not. And anyway, we don't have any age tokens. All right, now let's. Is it possible to crit this thing? You know, I should have slammed. Should have. Yeah. Oh, come on, guys! You got to remind me. You got to remind me of this stuff. All right, so let's just roll and hope we crit. Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely? Oh yeah! Look at that. All right, so there's our crit. And what? Tell us what we won. The Phoenix gains another -1 movement token. Yo, Twitch, clip that. Cool new feature, I love it. All right, so that is another 2. Oh man, I'm digging this fight so far. Knock on whatever. All right, what is next? We've got our Lion Claw and we've got our Dagger person. Now Oh, yeah, we're going to do Axel first. Oh, God, he's got 2 H tokens. Do I dare? No, I don't dare. Because that's just playing. Axel Rose has a ton of extra strength, right? So he's got 2 strength tokens. He's got 2 from the necklace. He's got 3 innate. He's got 2 from the dagger. He can throw it 4 spaces. Or he can just move in behind and stab it in the the other end. And he gets +4 strength for sneak attack. And Dolores on the other side of that has synchronous strike, and so does he. So he'll get another accuracy and strength for that. But the stinking guy's got 2 age tokens right now. And we learned, what did we learn last time? That age tokens are not necessarily the best if you pull a card that has rewind. Or what, like 3 or 4 in the deck? I can't remember. 3 or 4 in the deck. And if you hit, it doesn't necessarily affect your age tokens, but what it does is it causes your hit to like negate, and then you get kind of knocked away. I think it's kind of worth it though right now. I would really like to get some damage in there. How much insanity does Axel have? 7? 7 is a pretty decent chance to get that out, though. All right, what do you guys want me to do? You guys want me to stabby stab from behind? Or do you want me to be sensible and try to roll a 7 or lower, right? 7 or lower? I believe 7 or lower. Let's take a quick look. Dreaded Decad. Right? The result is equal to or less. Remove all age tokens. So we can roll. I feel like that's a pretty good... Oh, dang it. You guys are going to make me do that, aren't you? Okay, fine. All right, so this is his... Well, let's roll his color. This is his roll for Dreaded Decay using... I love mispronouncing that name. Yay, 7 or less. Okay, there you go. Boom. Back to 0 age tokens. Now we got a movement. Do we want to do anything with that? Do we want to throw him in the blind spot anyway, just in case of the wind, whatever it's called, Eye of the Storm? I kind of think we do. All right, so that was him. All right. Eye of the Storm, Fear moves us into position. And Taylor is rolling what? She's rolling 3 on the Long Claw. The Long Claw 6. She's got accuracy of 3, so she's rolling 3s or better. She has no age tokens. Embolden. Overcharge. That's 2, right? Threes are better. All right, who rolled the 2? 2 hits. If only her Qatar proficiency could get rid of that. All right, well, I'm glad that we decided to remove Axel's stuff. Anyway, the survivors are frozen in time. All survivors are doomed. They cannot block or use fighting arts. The attacker is caught completely by surprise. Perform a basic action, target the attacker. 2s or better. So what is the basic action? It is give the target an age token. That's not Ariana, it's Taylor. Taylor gets an age token. We're rolling 3 dice, hitting on 2s. 2s are better, not adjusted by evasion, which is too bad. She's got an extra couple. Good luck, Taylor. Hope you have armor. She's got some. She's got some. Darn. All right, well, that is 3 hits. 4, 5, 6. I like them all in a row today. That is, and we cannot. Oh my effing god. Oh man. Oh, Taylor, 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 Taylor. Okay, well, first of all, she gets an insanity because she's the new monster controller. Well, I know that doesn't happen until next round. Because this is on trap, right? This is not good. We've got no armor at the chest because she's got sensitive nips. Remember, she got vestophobia during the hunt. So she's she's not gonna enjoy this. Oh man, this hurts. This hurts. This hurts a lot. Alright, so what is that? 3 damage to the head. Swifty, say it ain't so. 3 damage. Oh, is she the one that's got damage reduction? No, she does not. 3 damage to the chest, which is kapow kapow, and so that is 2. Is 2 severe injuries at -3. Oh man, Swifty ain't gonna last. I'm afraid. We've got 2 rerolls, and I may use them. Does Taylor have any of hers? No, she does not. Believe we had to use them for something else earlier, of course. All right. Good luck to us all. A 5 at -3 is, let me see. Oh, right, that is instant death, death, death. I think we're gonna have to reroll that one. All right, so that's one of our rerolls. Thank you for those. All right. This is the same one, so we still haven't lost anything. All right, well, I'm kind of, I don't know, guys. That's a toughie. So she loses again. We're back to -3 on this one. Instant death. And we have another reroll. Is it worth rerolling this one knowing we're going to have to roll another severe injury anyway? All right. All right, we'll go ahead and do it because you know I hate losing people. So here we go. That's all. We have no more bets. We have no more rerolls. So whatever she rolls on these 2 is it's it. Actually, that's a bad die. That's an ugly die. Let's roll this one. Ah, it's not even instant death. It's -1. What's -1? Tell us what she's won. Oh man, that sucks. All right, well there goes our lion claw, our long claw. Ah, that was one of our ways to definitely do damage to the monster. All right, well, disappointed, but you knew we were all gonna come back. All right, well, it's our turn. No, it's not. We're all done. That was the last attack of our turn. So now we'll pass it. So, yeah. Bad guy turn. Did we do all the damage correctly? Are we, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down? Does that sound right? Yeah, looks right. Sounds right, looks right. Bad guy turn. Anal Torium is nope, nobody's back there. Roll a d10 on a result of 6+. A random survivor in the blind spot is pulled in. All right, so we kind of got lucky on that one. So no one is there. It is a good way. I mean, there's no flow, so can't dash into it. Bad guy. Closest threat in range. Let's see. Neither one of these people have evasion, do we? Dolores has got 1. Axel has 1 after token. I don't think it really matters. Who's got the most armor? That'll be a key factor. Oof. I don't like either of this. Axel, let's send Axel into it. Poor Axel. Get that age token. Roll these really awful dice at 3s or better. That is definitely 3 hits. Is that not exactly what he rolled last time? And what Swift rolled? Oh, great gumdrop. So he's got nothing at the body. And 1 at the head. All right, so we'll keep the head. We'll take that one. 3 damage to the head. Bum, bum, bow. We're going to have to dodge one of those bodies. And then 3, which is a... Yep, you guessed it. Severe injury. With no... Oh, good God. So much better. We have... Oh, no. He's disemboweled. So it's... your movement is reduced to 1. Skip the next time. And that would be Lantern Year 10. 10's Hunt. And his movement is now reduced to 1. Let's remind ourselves of that one. And now he can't. Now he can't get the fuck out of the way for Razor Wind, which is gonna knock him over and bleed him. Oh, and he gets a bleed. So that's bleed for the severe injury, bleed for Razor Wind, and bashed. That round sucked. that monster turn sucked. I could stand Axel up because we have Fist and Tooth. I could choose to take it from this round. I think I might. But I think I'm going to leave him alone, to be fair. I think I'm just going to have Dolores swing really hard. Although she would get an extra accuracy and strength. Should he be standing, right? For Sync Strike? Oh, fine. Let's just kill it. Let's just kill it. Alright, so she's going to go first. Or are we going to have Ariana kill it? Or attempt to? We could give it an evasion token with a clawhead arrow. Or we could try to do the Sunring Bow, which is on the perfect hits, we just do automatic wounds. That is also really nice. But I think before I do anything, Ariana's going to go harvest that survivor's corpse. What do we need to roll? Let's see, how about a 6 to 10 would be lovely. 6 to 10 would be absolutely lovely. Or we could just roll a freaking 1. That's disappointing. Who is that? That is Ariana. So she's not going to be able to get that awesome ability from the headband. Bummer. Do we want to move her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Perhaps. All right, now we're doing Dolores. Dolores throwing 3, hitting on 3s. Good luck to us. That's 2 perfect hits and a 3. Yeah, I don't think she's got anything about perfect hits on her card. Anything from fighting arts? No. No, she's just gonna do the 3 hits and the embolden and the overcharge and all that other stuff because I always need to remind myself. Please. Well, Well, we got the first strike, which is the glorious primary eyes. You must roll to wound this hit location first. The attacker may cancel their attack if they, let's see, on reflex, the monster stares at them and kills all their future children. Attacker suffers the destroyed genitals severe waist injury. All right, then we've got a death blow and a hard beak. All right, so are we going to do this? Do we want, now this is Dolores. Is Dolores purified? She is. Oh, right, that's how she lost her accuracy. She saw the truth. Man. What do we want to do here? I really want to wound this son of a gun. I think I'm gonna just take it. I think I'm just gonna take it. And pray we can crit again. So I mean, why cancel? We just spent all that survival to make the wounds count. All right, 7. So we're gonna take that severe injury to the waist, destroyed genitals. What, I get a disorder and a bleed. All right, what's my disorder? Festophobia. Ergophobia. You cannot bear the thought. Cannot bear the thought of working. You hide away whenever you might be needed. When you are a returning survivor, you do not generate endeavors. And you cannot endeavor. And that's special. All right, well, that was that one. Let's go after the death blow first. 3. Yeah, +9, +3. Yeah, we're good. That's another 2. I don't think I've been updating. 1, 2, 1, 2. Andy's -2 toughness anyway. And then we've got the hard beak. On a reflex, the glare pierces the survivor's puny mind, causing explosions of pain. Turn to face them and give them damage based on the age tokens, which they do not have. Unless we crit. And we did not crit, but we did win. So that's 2 more damage. Thank you, Dolores, for making the sacrifice for us. So turn. Yes. And roll a d10. Yeah, that's not even close. And it doesn't matter anyway, because we don't have any age tokens. However, Axl Rose has 1. And I think we're going to say screw it, and we're going to attack with him. Let's see. We are rolling Cat Fang Knife in the blind spot. So 6, 5, 4, 3. 3s are better. He has his strength tokens. So I only need to spend 1 to overcharge. So he spends those. Oh man. I'm glad he didn't have to move, because he's holding his guts in with his other hand. And a perfect, so I get a strength token. That's from the Cat Fang Knife. So that's 3 hits, 1 of them perfection. Good luck to us all. All right, first we got the glorious handed feet. On a reflex, the monster's glare pierces the survivor's puny mind, causing explosions of pain. My dog hates this card, apparently. Turn to face the attacker, and if the result is higher than the attacker's hunt XP, which is damn near impossible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is impossible. So, and there you go. Don't need to worry about that. We do have a glorious wing claw, which has the Eye of the Storm. The only person that's going to be affected is our bow person, which is not the best. And then we've got glorious soft belly. On a wound, we get rewind. Okay, that's not great. I think I might use this card last and use it in the hope that we fail, so we can try to get this darn card out of the deck, right? Yeah, we want to use this as fuel to go after these guys again. That's the plan anyway. All right, which one first? How about that Eye of the Storm? Let's do that one first. We get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on top of this, I believe. That's not that great. We don't like that. We need to roll a 1. No, I mean, yes and no. So that crit gives us, right, -1 damage. Oh, I'm happy about that. 2 damage, from the wound, and a -1 damage token. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Now that is, again, we forget the whole Eye of the Storm. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, we got +4. Yeah, we're not gonna. We're gonna get totally screwed up here, unless we can kill him now. Oh my God, we need to kill him right now. This is because we're on the last 2, I believe. Oh no, we've got. All right, let's get this one. 6. That's definitely 2 wounds. Oh man, so we need to kill him on this last one. We need to absolutely need to kill him on this last one. Last one. So reflex is he turns. There's no way in hell he can roll. Yep. Oh, I have to do the math on this one. We might either be in real trouble or we might win. I'll figure this out. Right, so if we don't wound, that's good. If we wound, that's good. So I guess we'll have to figure this out. What are we? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we do wound him. That does 2, but he's dead. There's no reaction. All right, that was it. So yeah, either way, good. All right, that is a dead Phoenix. Now, so yeah, that's it. We did it, right? That's it. We did it. That's it. We did it. Dang, thank goodness for Devastate. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'd do without that one. We get 1 XP for a level 2. Oriana will be leveling up. Axel gets 1. He only wants 1. Taylor Swift will get 2 endeavors for her death. We definitely hit with the Twilight Sword. We definitely hit with the dagger. We definitely hit with whatever the heck Ariana had, because she's currently proficiency less. What else is going on here? We get 5 and 7. And we did not have the scavenger kit. We didn't have anything that gives us extras. And Dolores no longer gets babies. You gotta remember that. No intimacy. Thank you, Dolores. You saved us all. I gotta write it down. Destroyed genitals. And she no longer gives... Who was it that no longer gets... Oh, it was her ergophobia. She doesn't get an endeavor on returning. So we get 2 from Swifty Death, 1 from Ariana, 1 from Axel, 2 from Axel, Mr. Tinkerer. And yeah, I think Taylor Swift was also Tinkerer, but she's dead. So that's not a win. That's not a win. That's the opposite of a win. Oh, but yeah, we got bam, 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 bam. He's dead. All right, loot. Oh, yes. Check that out. So Broken Prism. I believe we have one other. I gotta check the loot list here. I think that Blue Knives updated it. The last time we played, we have one already in the inventory, and we have one here. Does that give us 3? Oh no, it's the pattern that we care about. Not this thing right anymore. Yeah, all right. Look at that. That'll be a lot of fun. We need pottery. Oh, do we have pottery? I can't remember if we do have pottery or not. But we now have 2 broken prisms, which we have a perfect tide. Yes, I think. No, we don't. So I guess we're still waiting on some things. But now we can throw, once we have it, have the material, we can throw that explosive dagger, which will be so cool. All right, let's hope for perfect tide, right? Perfect hide. I got half of it right. Oh, we can always do some scrap. What are we on? We're on 4. We get 1 more. I can remake that darn... Was it rawhide set that we lost all those pieces for? So that's a win. And then we get 7 Phoenix resources. Oh, baby. Come on. Oh, yes. We get some good materials here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that other number. All right, do we have anything that requires me to play? When you gain this, a survivor of your choice gains 3 insanity. Who is that gonna be? Ariana. 1, 2, 3. And that is from the Phoenix Finger. Let's see. What do we need the rainbow droppings up? Oh, did we just get the rainbow katana all in one go? I think that's the rainbow and the beak. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I am often. So, sheesh. Come on, come on. Bloomerine. We get bird beak, rainbow droppings, and iron and 6 bone to make the rainbow katana. That could be our second katana, since our beloved wanderer has decided just to sit and eat Cheetos and drink beer in our settlement instead of leave or die. So we can't get her katana. So I think we're definitely going to be making a rainbow katana. What about that blood sheath? Organ, hollow wings, droppings. I think we'll be able to make both of those. Which will allow us to roll both our katana specs. That could be a whole lot of stinking fun. So we've got 2 people with 3 sir, with katana specialization. No, weapon proficiency without any checkboxes. I think maybe 1 checkbox. So we've got some work to do there as well. Is that it for the showdown? I think it might be. So yeah, 5 endeavors. one death, and Ariana, Axel, and Dolores returning. All right. All right. So I'm gonna take a break, and we'll be right back. It's only 7 o'clock. We'll have plenty of time to chitty chat about what's happening at Gen Con. So I'll be right back. Hang out. I will return. See you in just a few. All right. So finished up the showdown. I think we're sitting all right. I mean, I don't like losing Taylor Swift. She was our guitar specialist. Um, it does hurt. I don't. It's just if there's a way to bring people back, I'd be all about it. But no, too bad. So sad. But now that we have enough to make the Rainbow Katana and I think replenish all the stinking resources we lost on that hunt, I think we're going to be okay. All right. So let's see. I'll do a little segue for the VOD. But so thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. See you later. All right, now we're continuing. All right, so next thing on the list, GenCon, right? So GenCon starts Wednesday. So no, it doesn't. Trade Day is Wednesday. GenCon, the main event, is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's the best 4 days in gaming, right? I'm going down on Tuesday. All right, so I'm one of the people that have a Marriott hotel that forced us to have an extra day. Darn, right? Woe's me. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff to think about as far as what's going on. So Kingdom Death has 4 tables. They have 1 Screaming God, 1 First Hero, 1 Ark Survivor settlement, and 1, or I guess regular settlement, like non-arcs. Right, so the Ostopia game, and I believe, I'm trying to think, these games run every 2 hours, starting from 10 a.m. and going to 6 p.m. They have 4 seats each game, running each day. I think, although Sunday I think ends at like 2 or 4, maybe it doesn't go till 6. There are not a lot of spots, and I was fortunate to get quite a few of them. All right, so I'm going to be giving away one of them. I already worked that out with somebody on Discord, so I will be passing them one of my tickets for one of my games. So I'm glad we could work that out. I'll not name you, but I'm doing Ostopia, Splenium, Screaming God, and First Hero. I'm running the gambit. And Ostopia is the, I think it's the non-arcs. Let me, actually, which one's the arc campaign? I mean, let me read Ostopia. So it says, join us for our official Gen Con 2026 campaign. Defeat fearsome sovereign monsters. I don't know. Does anybody know what sovereign means? I sure think so. Enter the Bone Zone. Craft the dead armor alongside your fellow survivors. Plenty of surprises and never before seen peaks lay in store. Is that like a little play on there? Prepared by Team Death, so your struggles and triumphs will be engraved forever. Each entry includes an exclusive GenCon GenCon of Death swag bag. It says featuring model art print and more. I don't know if that's a copy and paste from the last couple years or if they still intend to do that. Like just have an art print. I think last year it was the Pariah, the black and white Pariah. The model was Bloodberry. I think the year before it was Real, whatever. WRIEEIL. That's how much I pay attention to that. And it says, let's see, had a pencil, one of the cool color changing, Kingdom Death pencils. Love these things. And I think I had card sleeves, 1 pack of standard Kingdom Death branded, I guess only the wrapper, outside wrapper, card sleeves. And I think that's it. I have, of course, being a Kingdom Death fan, have hoped that the swag bags have more than that, but that's being a bit greedy, right? An art print, a miniature, a pencil, the pencil and card sleeves, whatever. That's not bad, but like, and you get to play a custom game, right? These games usually have an Ultimate Showdown board, right? A nice gaming table, GM'd by an awesome volunteer of death, right? Who have taken time out of their own schedule to learn the game that Team Death has created and helping facilitate everybody having a great time. So, I mean, you kind of it would be okay paying the ticket price of $60, even if you didn't get a goodie bag. So, I mean, because the Ultimate Showdown board, like a couple of them have been painted, although I can't remember. The minis, the monster minis, they're all like zenithal primed. They're all black and white. I do believe I'm just wondering this year, are we going to see Terrain of Death like for the core game? Are we going to see that on display? Really love to see that at each table. Trying to think what else I'd like to see, right? So Ostopia being just one of the regular settlements, not being necessarily monster specific themed. This whole sovereign monster thing just sounds amazing. So maybe there's like king themed, dead armor. That does not ring a bell either. So I don't know exactly what to expect, except for maybe a bone armored theme. Maybe they're going to fight the skeletal boss, right? I don't know. I don't know. That sounds amazing though. Then you have, so that's one table, and they're running Ostopias every 2 hours throughout GenCon. And then you have Splenium. That is join us for our official GenCon 2026 campaign. Connect to the hive mind, right? So is there a bee theme there? I don't know. Embrace disorderliness. Appease the wise one alongside your fellow survivors. So plenty of surprises and never before seen peaks lay in store, prepared by Team Death. Your struggles and triumphs will be engraved forever. I'm just that line right there. I'm wondering, is there something going on there that at the end? Because I mean, we had Crabman before, where the struggles and the adventure that was Crabman became an actual Kingdom Death product. I'm wondering if that line right there is kind of saying, okay, hey, we've done this before. What's coming up next? Hey, maybe something that you do will turn into some, future Kingdom Death product based on a badass story, right? I don't know. This one, it doesn't say which one is the Ark Survivor and which one is the regular. So if you know, hit the comments and let us know, and let me know what you think any of these little tidbits mean, like the hive mind. I can only imagine that's a bee reference. And then we have the Screaming God one, which, man, oh man, I really hope that they use some like amazing terrain for this, because you have the wall, the horizon wall. So knowing what's coming in the next like wave, you've got the stampede on one end of the board. Like the Screaming God showdown could be the most amazing theatrical event, at any of these tables. So that I just hope, because if you weren't there, what is it? Not last year, but the year before, they did the Black Knight with a custom showdown board, not one that you had to flip and reveal like it is in actuality. This one was kind of already set up, so at the beginning of the fight you could see where everything was. Not that anybody knew what the heck it was, because I think only a couple people had played Black Knight yet, so it was completely new to me when I got there. So it didn't matter if I could see the board or not. It didn't make a lick of difference. But the Screaming God thing, oh my god, that has a chance to be like the coolest stinking thing at any of these tables. So this one says, join us for our official GenCon 2026 cinematic showdown. Face off against the indefatigable Screaming God while outrunning an intricately crafted 3D stampede in a curated showdown experience facilitated by Team Death. Dive right into the action with ready-made gear grids and work with your fellow survivors to harvest the fallen god before you're crushed underfoot. Fabulous prizes await those with the courage to grab them in the face of certain death. Each entry includes the GenCon of Death swag bag featuring model, art print, and more, distributed at the end of the session. Additional prizes such as King's Coin and our ever elusive event gear may also be earned over the course of the event. So not only do you get the goodie bag, but you can also potentially earn King's Coins, right? So I already talked about that I have come to an agreement, and we will sign a formal affidavit where I give my ticket to one of my events to a person of interest, so that they can play, because they don't have any tickets to any Kingdom Death events, and have stated they would like to. I will, hopefully they will honor that, and I will get a King's Coin for that, and the other person can enjoy the game. And you can also get King's Coins from actions at the table. So far I've seen either at the beginning of the game they'll say whoever gets out first, whoever dies, will get a King's Coin, or they won't say it, or that when that person dies, they'll reveal, hey, they'll flip the card and say first person that dies gets King's Coin, or they'll say if you can defeat them, like, or special kind of circumstances. Oh, hey, we will increase the difficulty of this game by flipping these cards, and if you can defeat the monster with all these stinking bonuses, like they'll just smack traits, bad trait upon bad trait about bad trait on the table, and if you can still defeat the monster, then you guys will get a King's Coin, right? Or based on what's happening at the table, maybe you did something really amazing. Maybe you rolled like 3 lanterns in a row to crit and kill the monster, or some like really cinematic something. You know, maybe Team Death, like Matt will come over and watch and be really intrigued and reward you with a one eye, right? So one of the Kingdom Death gear cards, right? That is rare. It's a con exclusive, or you earn it by doing only certain really cool stuff, or trading in King's Coins. So once you have the King's Coins, what do you do with them? You grab him and take him. Anyway, sorry. The King's Coins are by themselves really awesome resin art, right? So you get a cert of authenticity signed and dated by Team Death, and they are by themselves really stinking cool. They come in these little plastic, coin capsules, so you can look at, and they're double-sided. They are really cool. There have been several different versions of them that have been printed, all of them with unique, IDs, from painters competitions, or doing something amazing for the community, or getting one at GenCon, or, inflating the blood barrier at the store, or there's been a bunch of different ways to get them. And last year, I turned in 2 of mine to get that awesome. And I should have brought it up. It's the fountain pen, right? So I don't know how many you have there. Raise your hand out there if you got one. No, I think there's a couple. There's a handful of people that ended up getting this fountain pen, resin fountain pen with like a real actual fountain pen insert. I dare not use it, but it looks it's so cool. If you want me to, I will post old pictures in Discord, and so you can see that. It is exquisite. It is so cool. 1 King's Coin traded in would get you one of those cutie little owl cancer pigeons. Like, I don't want to say inch high, inch by inch, whatever. Real, very tiny little guy, very fragile. And then 3 King's coins. If you turn 3 in, you would have gotten 1 eye last year. Whether that's the case this year or not, I don't know. I don't know. I can only speculate. Can only speculate what the rewards are this year. Since I gave my King's coins last year, I don't have enough to get a 1 eye. That would be cool. But again, my King's coins are that is just such, they're so cool. To give one up for a card seems like a trade down. I know they're so rare, so having one would be like a real nice, feather in the cap kind of thing for me. But man, these King's coins are really cool. They even talked about in the past coming up with a way to display all the different types of King's coins. So there was like a banker display. And I think that would be even cooler. So who knows if I'll get anything beyond the one that I'm donating for. But there are many ways to get them at the tables. And I found that the more people talk about it, the more the people that get them weren't trying. They weren't trying to get a King's coin. They just were like, oh yeah, and this happened, and I got a King's coin. Or, it was a roll on the table that did it, and it's not like if you tried, the people that were trying were struggling. Like I was trying because I wanted that one more to turn in for a reward, and I just couldn't get it. Matt even tried to help me. Not quite as like, insider trading, but I was fighting the pariah. It was only me. It was down to me. And I just, no, was it the pariah fight or was it the butcher fight? In the, I think it was the pariah. And I just failed. And he gave me like a reroll, and I just needed to roll like 6 or higher and failed twice. So I mean, like I had it. It was in my grasp, right? Oh well. It happens. So King's coins, really cool, fun. Don't expect them. Play, have fun. Hopefully you'll get one. Wouldn't that be nice? Then you have the first hero, which it's another cinematic showdown. And I actually got to do this one not last year. I think it might have also been the year before, where it was very random. So I think I signed up for a regular settlement showdown, or regular settlement like table, right? Not a cinematic showdown. And they just were like, guess what? We're not doing the settlement. We're doing first hero. And everybody at the table was like, oh, like super giddy. And we got to experience it, and it was awesome. This year, though, we found out over the course of the last 6-8 months that Adam's been fiddling with it again. So whether that's the right term, tweaking, fine-tuning, right? We don't know what's changed. So I'm very curious what type of first hero we're going to be going up against. There's been, talk about like a 5-year, a 10-year, different levels of first hero to fight. And they did like a community poll to see like what weapon from Frog Dog would you like seen in there. So they've definitely been tweaking. They've definitely been playing with it. This one, as much as I'm excited about going and doing a Screaming God, first hero is probably the expansion that I'm looking forward to the most out of pretty much anything that's coming down the pike. I mean, I know it's weird. There's a bunch of really amazing stuff that's on the Kickstarter that hasn't been delivered yet. But first hero is definitely one of mine, because I mean, we've just done 2 in a row, 1 through 10s, right? We've done 2 Lantern Year 1 through 10s in a row in the same darn campaign. So anything that can speed that up, I am very excited about, if you know what I mean. So this one is First hero, join us for our official GenCon 2026 Cinematic Showdown. Take control of a veteran of a fallen settlement. Wait, take control? Oh, interesting. Maybe they didn't mean to do that. As you challenge the first hero, right, take control of a veteran of a fallen settlement. As you challenge the first hero in a curated showdown experience facilitated by Team Death, dive right into the action with ready-made gear grids featuring never-before-seen rules and abilities. Work together with your fellow players to build a ready-to-use settlement record sheet for a campaign over the course of the showdown. Then bring it home alongside exclusive preview gear to continue your story. Each entry includes an exclusive GenCon swag bag featuring model art print and more, distributed at the end of the play session. Additional prizes such as King's Coins and event gear may be over the course of the event. All right, so this one reads definitely different than, I guess, the way I was imagining it. So it says take control of a veteran of a fallen settlement challenging the first hero. Usually you're like in like nothing, you know, and as you're smacking him, he's just dropping his stuff. He's dropping innovations, he's dropping weapons, he's dropping armor, and that's how you're creating the starting of, you know, jump starting of your campaign. This one is very interesting. So the ready-made gear. So the gear grids that we had were obviously prototypes. So I'm curious what has changed from that to this year. So this year, I can only imagine. I mean, their work with the pre-gen gear grids for vignettes and whatnot are they're getting better and better and better. And even Bra is doing those community vignettes with pre-made gear grids. So I just everybody, the community as a whole, is getting better. And so I can only assume these are going to get changed. They're going to get updated. They're going to get better. So I can't wait to see what they're going to throw in that. But this whole bring home alongside exclusive preview gear to continue your story. Interesting. Like if you do the first hero, do you get some, you know, beta cards that you normally wouldn't? So that excites me a little bit. No, I like a lot of it, right? I'm not being totally honest with that one. But so these four tables are going to be running the whole time. If you are at Gen Con and you don't have a ticket, get your ass to Moz, right? So get to these tables because people like me who have more than one ticket are giving opportunities to get a King's Coin by sharing. So you have a chance to get your butts over there and get yourself a game. Why not try, right? They start every 2 hours starting at 10, so 10, noon, 2, 4, so on and so forth. And they're just right outside, I think we're in Hall E from the Kingdom Death booth. So right in the corner, was it 3,000? Sorry, 8,000, whatever. So Kingdom Death, literally pick your head up, look north. You should see something. I don't know whether it's a giant, you know, Black Knight sword or a Kingsman or or the hand or whatever the heck statue. You should see it, and it'll be right there for you. So those are the 4 games. What are we expecting as far as from the booth, right? Releases. So every year it feels like they've got only, like, I don't want to say less than 50 of certain somethings that they have as Gen Con releases. That if you bum rush that first day, line rush on Thursday morning, the running of the bulls, as I call it, you might get one. Otherwise, it's just not something that is going to be available on the shop in their post Gen Con sale. However, last year, so they did the busts, right? So Flower Knight bust, they only had a couple that they sold at the event, but then they had a whole stack, whatever, of busts that they released at the Gen Con sale afterwards. So there's hope for people that don't have a Gen Con ticket. that some of this stuff is going to be available, and I think they're trying. I really do believe that they're trying. That after so many, you know, times where people are kind of boo-hooing about availability of cool, awesome stuff, and maybe they're in Europe or whatever, or just don't have the ability to go to Gen Con, making those available for people. So I think good job, Team Death for that. So my guess is there's gonna be a bust, right? There's a bust of something. What that bust is, I don't know. So we've seen Gold Smoke, we've seen Flower Knight, we've seen Butcher. So yeah, I don't know. There could be anything, like anything. If because of Flower Knight, it's not just restricted to core anymore. So I think my idea was that if they were just doing core stuff, so you'd see a Kingsman or a Watcher or something like that. So who knows? Maybe it's like a dung beetle, spider. No, just kidding. That be freaking huge spider bust. Yeah, and my guess it's going to be like a manhunter or a dung beetle or one of those OG smaller peoples. That's my guess. We're also going to see a questing, right? So we've seen we seen all three. So I think we might need just one more questing because we've got I think Zachary, Urza, and Lucy. So I think we'll see the final questing series, which I adore. I don't know if you know what this is. So these are resin. I don't think there's beta content. Is there? I don't think so. I think it's just the model. So these models are meant, or at least from the way I understand it, meant to look like D&D things. So there's like a wizard there with a sword. There's a bow person. There's a guy with an axe, right? So they just look like they're adventurers, right? So man, if I would love for there to be a questing whatever at Gen Con this year, so I could get 4. You know what? If that happens, you're hearing it here. I will paint them. I will, because I would probably use them as my survivors, because I really like the theme of these guys. Gen Con adventure themed minis. I think it'd be really cool. We're also going to see I believe the next copy or edition or issue of the comic, right? So wasn't there a comic that came out? Gosh bless it. Somebody help me out. What's the name of that comic? Not Phobia. That's something. But there's a graphic novel comic book, right, that we had access to. It had variant covers. It went full on comic book. So cool. I believe there's a second edition of that. So I'll probably pick one up. I'm not sure, or I'll just read somebody else's. I don't know. What else? I don't think we're gonna see. I just don't think we're gonna see a reveal or release of a new expansion. I just don't. I don't think we're gonna see any white. Well, we might see like a white box, like like a Survivor of Death or an Anniversary kind of thing, or Indomitable. Yeah, we'll probably see an Indomitable. That's my guess. I will definitely be taking my time at the glass case, trying to find some old resins that I don't have. I would love to get like elastomers or just just so much that I don't have that I'd like to either get a second copy of or whatnot. But I'm just not feeling new expansion stuff, right? Because I feel like the community's starting to get a little bit more and more fatigued of hearing new content coming, like another box of survivors or another this or that, when there's all this Kickstarter stuff that is not done. Like, I think people are starting to get, I mean, like, I like all the new stuff, but at some point you're like, okay, well, all that development time for that new thing could have could have been spent? Could it have been spent on the stuff that was already promised instead of new stuff? I know I can definitely, I feel the pain. I do. I sympathize with a lot of the people on the original Kickstarter who are just frustrated with that. Am I frustrated with that? Not really. I mean, I like everything that comes out, pretty much. So it's like whether the plastic looks like something that was already shown or it's new, I don't think I care so much. All right, I think I'm in a specific category of people. Man, what else is going on? If you are going to Gen Con, there is a meet and greet. I believe that we have not gotten official word of approval of the event. And so we're doing a backup to the event. And it'll be at the J-Dub, like the second or third floor. It's over by the Starbucks, the top of the escalators at the J-Dub Marriott. And it is connected to the Skywalk. So it's just a meeting place. There are some tables, some little seating areas. It's not going to be, it will be probably already busy for the most part, because it's a pretty good area for people to hang out, already. But wear your Kingdom Death shirts like this, and I'll be there. I'll be out there handing the 5XP little badge thing there, so you guys can have, just have some kind of fun flair on your badge. I'll be there for, I don't know, about an hour or so. I got to jump ship over to Union Station to do an RPG there, so I won't be there too long. I might go early. I might go to the meetup early, just to kind of recoup some of my unfortunate lost time that I have to spend traveling back over to Union Station. Now let's see what else. I know there's some core people in Lantern's Reign that usually do things like badges, like mine, and stickers, all kinds of fun stuff. So please, if you like KDM, or even if you're in the Lantern's Reign, or a mixture of those two, come and just say hi, right? Just come and say, hey, I like KDM, love you, bye, whatever. Come and say hi. I'd love to see you. Let's see what else. I posted a link in Discord today, my Discord. Hop in the Discord down below in the About Me, and man, come and join us. It is about the community, the Lantern's Reign community vignette for August, which I'm gonna say I was honored to be asked to host. So the community is coming up with a monster, the vignette gear grids, and just the whole showdown against a real fun monster. And it'll be run on this channel and for all you guys to see, and then of course recorded and thrown up on YouTube for posterity. But so go jump in there, hit that community link, and get involved. Like you can talk and figure out what gear grids or what survivors, there's voting, there's all kinds of ways for you to get engaged. It is a community fun project after all. So I implore you, if you want to get involved with that, you just got to go. You just got to read it and get involved. It should be a lot of fun. Now that won't, during the month of August is when it's in development, right? So when people are working on the gear grids. So after August, it'll be handed off to me, and then we'll run it, or we'll review it. I probably will do a couple practice runs. It's totally cheating, but the intent is not that I fail. It's that I perform the fun, cool stuff that the community has made. And I think that's awesome. So I really hope you guys get engaged with that and maybe do something fun. So like when you see me having to deal with something in the showdown, you'll be like, that was me. I put that thing in there. Haha. Take that. Whatever. Should be a lot of fun. So that's coming down the pipe. Let's see what else. The channel giveaway is also coming. So because I'm going to Gen Con, because I'm going to a KDM table to play a game, I will be coming home with a KDM goodie bag. I want that goodie bag to go to you. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be basically creating milestones. So the the community, if we can get me to 250 Twitch follows and 500 YouTube subs, all of which, both of those things have no monetary requirements. It's just clicking a heart on whatever platform. We get that, we as a community do that. Then I'll be posting the link to the, was it like a Gleam IO thing? All you have to do is hit that, click that, register that you are doing it, and you'll be entered to be a potential winner for the giveaway, which is going to be a random draw. Anybody can enter, and as long as I get to those numbers, the 250 Twitch, 500 YouTube, someone's getting a goodie bag, right? Shipped for free anywhere in the world, right? What I always say, like, not military bases in Antarctica. Unless you tell us about those aliens, I'm not sending it out to you. But I think that'll be fun. So tell your friends, tell your partner, go click some links, go click some likes, and let's get this giveaway going. All right, so that'll be fun. And of course, over the course of Gen Con, we'll find out what the art print is, what the mini is, what else is in the goodie bag, because we don't know yet. But these things sell for like 150, 200 bucks out there on like eBay and whatnot. So there's no reason not to. And like, there are only so many of these. So this is a way for, if you don't have a ticket to Gen Con, this is a way for you guys to get one. So again, if you want to know more, hop into Discord. We could talk about it there, but that's where I'll be posting the link probably, and on the About Me sections. We'll get that link out there soon. Trademark. Let's see what else. Just Gen Con in general. Right? So there are a bunch of things I'm looking forward to, right? The games that I'm gonna be busy. All right, I'm gonna be really busy at Gen Con. KDM, that's like 10 to noon pretty much every day. I'll be hanging around the tables. Lunch, I deserve a lunch. But then I've got D&D games. I've got Alien RPG. I've got Dragonbane RPG. I've got I think I've got a Star Wars RPG in there. I've got Disney Lorcana. I've got Magic the Gathering. I've got not a lot of time to go to the exhibit hall, which is hilarious because I used to spend a ton of time at the exhibit hall. But when I am at the exhibit hall, this stuff is what I'm going to be looking for. So the Hercules and the 12 Labors, as well as the Jason and the Argonauts games, I think they're both all play games, and they're one player. They are, I think I'm trying to describe these guys. These guys are, you're rolling some D6s, you're slotting the D6s on like adventure boards like this. So, and you're impacting the flow. Like maybe you unlock a gate, or you do enough damage to the monster, or you're able to talk to an NPC, and get some kind of boon. The way you roll is impacting what is kind of coming up. So there are a whole slew of these one-player dice chucker games that I've played over the past that I really enjoyed. They work great on the stream. So these guys are the ones I'm looking for. So Hercules and the 12 Labors, I want to get these. So, and if I don't buy them, I'm gonna go demo these. All right, so Jason and the Argonauts, Hercules and the 12 Labors, gonna try those. All right. These aren't necessarily in order of like how much I am going for them, but maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. I think the further we go, the more excited I am. So this game, Thunder Road Ignition. Now a lot of these games are either revealed for Gen Con or have been on the demo rack but haven't been released yet, or have recently been released, or basically things I'm going to be able to hopefully get my hands on at Gen Con. This one is a bit of a simplification, I guess you could say, of Thunder Road. It's a smaller box, a smaller price tag, and is, I think, going to be a little bit more of an entry point for my family, my kids and I, where you're using a car and you're running down the track, you're going fast, you're smacking into stuff. This looks like a lot of fun for 35 packs or 35 bucks. I'm going to try to grab this as something. It really is that 25 to 45 minute, that under an hour, have some chaos, crash some cars. I think this one's going to be a winner. So I'm going to go try to find this one as well. Entropy, I think this one might actually be the like highest thumbs up on the hotness or whatever as far as Gen Con expectations. It's not the highest on my list. It looks busy, right? But Entropy has a really cool theme. I mean, I play Stellaris, on PC all the time, and I adore that stuff. And I'll do random galaxy, random all the time on that. This one, you are a scientist in some super advanced society, and your job is to prove that you can create a like a solar system, like with planets and life on those planets and resources on those planets. And you're going around this. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find a track. Right. So you're going around like this one right here. So you're going around this circular track, doing the actions as you're going around this little rondo thing. With cards and abilities, I'm just, this game looks busy as can be. It looks deep, it looks heavy, there's that word again, but I from what I hear, it plays really well. So I'm gonna definitely be hitting up this place and getting a try-in or a demo of Entropy. That's right in the middle of my list. But higher on my list is this one. So this one's like Destination Europe. I think this one sounds excellent. Or this Abroad game, I think is what it's called. The whole point apparently is that you're a journalist. I think it's what it is. I think you're a journalist, and you're trying to write these articles, right? I don't know whether you're trying to get published or hired or something. You're going all across Europe to these destination, like, I don't, whether you're pulling destination cards or that's where you go, or you have to go to them, and you have to write articles, take photographs, like it's a trip across Europe and collecting victory points. It looks fan-stinking-tastic. I'm really excited about this one because I just like the theme of this. So I'm gonna try to grab this one. I could not contain my excitement when I saw that Rock Hard 1977 was getting an expansion. And that doesn't look like a very big one. It's like 15 bucks, right? And it looks like it comes with 2 new rockers. So of course, you get 2 new rockers, their boards, you get 2 new agents. Looks like there's a couple new cards for each of the days, or parts of days, whether morning, afternoon, or night. Um, but more uses for candy. I mean, like all this stuff. I'm gonna be getting this. It says out of stock. I'm just hoping that I can get into the exhibit hall at an opportunity to get this, because I really like the rock hard worker placement bit. I think it's a lot of fun. So any kind of extra fun bits I'm gonna get. Let's see. Too many bones, right? I played it on channel. I adore chip theory games. This guy looks like I don't know, a must buy. So it's not a traditional gear lock. It looks like it's a guy that uses all the baddie chips and tokens and dice. Like the I don't know what you call it. He uses the big bads dice instead of his own dice. And I just think it sounds really cool, especially since I have so much content, right? It's got a, you know, the sheet for all the different baddies and what they mean when he rolls them. So it just sounds a treat to me. So I'll get this guy if it's available. It's available on the website. They usually have a plethora of uh, stuff to buy at their booth, which is quite a large booth. So I'll probably grab this. I'll probably grab this. So that's $30. I'm just like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's starting to add up. All right, so here's the next one. Layers. Not like onions. Layers as in the evil bad guy lives there. This game scratches an itch about old school like D&D map making. So you and an opponent, right? So you're sitting, you know, across or at the same table as another person. You have your dungeon that your opponent is going to be going through. Think old school D&D map creation, like just the GM saying you enter a 1x3 hallway, and you're marking it on your graph paper, right? Well, then also combine it with like battleship. So across the stack, the other person has their dungeon, and so you're trying to navigate theirs, they're trying to navigate yours, you're writing or trying to draw what they're saying, and they're doing the same thing, and you've got like tokens and bits. This game looks so fun. Like I just want to play it right now. I want to buy it and then take it to Gen Con and play it whenever I can. So I'm definitely getting this game, right? Hopefully it's available, right? I can just cross my fingers. So this game, 100%. That's that. I think we're starting to get towards the things I think are must dos. Then we've got this one. This one's called Drillers. Drillers is, I don't know. This one also looks pretty busy and pretty heavy. As far as like what's going on, like a lot going on. Like I've got some friends that when they get to the table and they see just options, right? They get that menu glaze, like when I go to a restaurant and there's just freaking too much on the menu to be like, I just pass out from analysis paralysis or whatever it is. This one looks a lot of fun. You have like your company, and there are these diggers, and maybe on your land you find a gem mine or whatever, and then like you're grabbing resources from your like rigs and on your area, but then once you unlock it, then other people have access to it, and so it's just it looks like one of those games that you could play it 100 times and never have the exact same kind of game, and that screams to me as something I need to grab, because I can't stand games that are the same all the time, right? Replayability is king in my collection, so this looks like a game I could really enjoy and play with just, you know, the randomness of the cards and the strategies of the people across from you. This one looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to grab this one. That one's Drillers. And then one I don't know if I'm going to get, but I definitely hope I can go play or watch the demo or participate in a little demo at the table. And it's called the Game Makers. Now, it's not a new reveal. Like they had this last year, and you could go look at it. But it was just a demo, not for sale. Now it looks like you can buy it. It looks like you can actually add it to the cart pre-order wise. But this game is all about building games, right? Like bringing to market games. And they have gone through and gotten the licenses to games like all the other games that we have, right? So, you know, Azul, you know, Catan, they're all here. And so you'll be playing this game, like, and you'll draw a card and it'll be like Kingdom Death. I don't know if Kingdom Death's in there, but you know, a game you like, fill in game you like here, right? That you pull that card, and then you can go through the game, build that, and oh, hold on. Interrupting cow says moo moo. The the idea of this one just looks amazing. The central little spinning almost looks like a roulette wheel. Like you're moving it along, right? There's components all the way around it. It does look busy because I mean I'm looking at the player boards. And let's see if I can zoom in on the player board. A player board looks like it's got a whole bunch of stuff happening here, right? All these little, I don't know, point columns. There's little bits in here, but it's basically, from what I understand, is like if you pull a card for a card game, I go, okay, well, I got to go buy card stock, right? I got to go to the printers, right? I got to go to the cutters, right? I got to get that onto a ship, and then I got to get it to here. Like, so that's the whole process of making a game. And it looks like a lot of fun. Right? I don't know if this is one player at all. I wouldn't. 1 to 6 players. So apparently you can play this solo. I don't know if how that would work, but and it says 60 to 90 minutes. In my house, that's 60 minutes to set up, 90 minutes to play, and 60 minutes to tear down. So it is what it is. But I'm really interested in checking this one out. Just yeah, look at that. Robinson Crusoe, Everdell, Wingspan. Like in the, you know, these are the things it takes to make, and these are the rewards you get for making it. I just think that's a real cool idea. And the price isn't my favorite part of that. 200 grand, not 200 grand, 200 simoleons. That's why it's on my list to play, not necessarily my list to buy. Right? That's good. That's a toughie. But I'm absolutely down to try it. Yeah, Mystic Vale. I'll be playing that. I'll be playing that this weekend, or not this weekend, but this next week. One of the buddies I'm going down with has got that and a bunch of expansions, so we'll play that. There's Frosthaven, Nemesis. Look, I mean, there's how they paid all these places to get the licenses to all these. Tainted Grail. Too Many Bones. It's just it's so cool to see. It really is so cool. All right, so that's the list. Let me know what you think about that list. Jump into Discord, throw it in the comments. What of these games do you think's gonna be the easiest for me to find? I don't know, right? I should probably look at the GenCon map and plot a path and find out where they are. But I don't do the Gen Con exhibit hall. Oh, like a normal human being. I don't start at one end and work my way down. I wander and meander and go down the halls of least resistance because if you've ever been, it's just a sea of people, and not all of them are respectful or respectable human beings. They'll bring their carts, or they'll be screaming their cell phones, or they'll have their little streamer sticks, or they'll have their big backpack of games that they've bought, and they'll be moving, and you're going to be smacked and hit and tripped and stepped on, and it's not usually a good time. In fact, that's why I fill my Gen Con with games nowadays. If I can spend less time in the dealer hall as possible, I will. But that does not count for what are the outliers, right? So some of these game companies will have another room in the convention where you could go and just deal with their stuff. So you have to look up on the list and make sure that you're not missing that. So not only are they in the exhibit hall, but they could be in another offset room. They could be in the was it not Gainbridge? What's the football? Lucas Oil? Could be Lucas Oil on the floor there. It could be anywhere. So just make sure you're looking to see if they have another room, and make it a little bit easier to talk to the people that are making the game, play the game, just get a little bit more hands-on. Let's see what else. I think that might be it for me tonight. I mean, we smashed that Phoenix in an hour, which I was not expecting. It was, to be honest, I thought it was going to take a heck of a lot more than that. And we talked. Let's see, we talked about my expectations for the tables. We talked about the expectations of the booth. If I guess if you are going to do the running of the bulls, join the Kingdom Death group. There will be a sizable group of people early at the door trying to get in, and strengthen numbers. All right, so you can get to the booth with everybody else without tripping people, unless that's your plan. I suggest being nice. What else? Let's see. I've talked about my ribbons that I've got. Anytime you see me, or just ask for one. Talked about the games I'm looking forward to playing or seeing. I did narrow down my list of games I'm taking. Chip Theory Games is Elder Scroll Betrayal of the Second Era. I've got a group of mates that are going to want to do the multiplayer. So I did it solo on the channel, and I'm looking forward to trying the different additions and complexities of when playing it with other people, and different classes, different specialties, and whatnot. That'll be fun. Taking Big Trouble in Little China. That game is so fun. I don't think I've ever beat it. It is not easy to beat unless you cheat, and that's no fun. So I'm gonna do that one. Let's see, Nemesis Retaliation. I got that. I don't even know. I feel like it's been a year, and I haven't played it yet. That's the one that's, I think, a little bit more Colonial Marines fighting in the horde of bugs, instead of it being more mystery as far as who in your group is going to stab the other person in the back and escape with the data or whatever. So a little bit more semi-cooperative, instead of, I think you can still play it, stab you in the back, but I think you are technically on the same team. But we'll play it that way. Let's see, what else am I taking? Those are the big boxes that I'm taking. I decided not to bring anything else. I'm not bringing Conan. I thought about it. That's just more stuff. already taking. And that Elder Scrolls box is heavy. That chip theory game stuff is heavy. All those chips and dice and everything. Oh, and those books. That's a heavy stuff. So I have to have room for bringing stuff back, right? Yeah, but that's, I think that's about it. What do you guys want to talk about before I take off? Right? Because the next time you see me live on the channel, we're going back to our during the school year time schedule. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. I know it's unfortunate for some people, and then there are others that are like, yay, they can watch me live again. So I know it stinks. I'm gonna have both sides of the happy and unhappy coin for some people. It's what I got. That's what I can offer, and I hope it works. But 10 to 2 is when I have the time to stream, and I'm gonna use it. So that's coming in. Plus, yeah, I've got like kid sports and stuff, after school activities. Like evenings just don't work, right, during the school year. It just does not happen. All right, so going back to the daytime gives me more time to interact with you guys. Will we see food reviews in Discord? I'm not typically a take a picture of my food and share it with the people in the internet kind of guy, but I will attempt to do something. Maybe a little list of where I've been, like I'll kind of like a GenCon log. That could be cool. Maybe I'll put a GenCon category in the Discord. It'd be like almost like a GenCon diary. That'd be kind of cool. Right? These are the games I played. This is what I thought of them. Kind of like a little review of GenCon as a whole. All right, but I need to know, what's the over under? Like, am I getting COVID again this year or what? Like, what are the chances? Because expletive. I'm tired of COVID. But GenCon, I get COVID, I swear, every year at GenCon. It just sucks. So I'm crossing my fingers and toes, and if I could, I'd do my eyes. Yeah. Yeah. I totally. Yeah, I'll be tired, right? Because I go to this is a funny little thing. So people are like, why are you so tired and unhappy when you come home from Gen Con? Didn't you go and have a good time? Isn't that your vacation? To be like, maybe not unhappy, but it's Gen Con isn't a vacation for me. Like, I go to Gen Con, I don't sleep. I walk 1,000,000 miles up and down mountains both ways in the snow, right? I come back and I am dead, typically with COVID as well, and then people expect me to start running marathons when I get back. It's tough. So yeah, no, it's not a proper vacation, right? Am I laying in a cabana, like drinking beverages with little umbrellas in them, like under the sun? That's a vacation, right? When there are zero responsibilities and zero schedules, that's a vacation. This is an experience, right? Right? I am well experienced at Gen Con. I've been going for who knows how long. I probably, unless I'm at a restaurant, Guinness will be restaurant only. So I'll try, if I'm doing other things, I'll probably try to stick to clear liquids. Because otherwise, people in the same hotel room as me might get the the nighttime soundtrack of a guy with undiagnosed sleep apnea or something. Just like, where I can't drink a lot of beer, so Yeah, that's not gonna be funny. Like, it's somebody elbow XP. Tell them to roll over. Let's see what else is going on. There's because I'm going down early, I have all of Wednesday to play, and so that's where I'm probably gonna be playing the Elder Scrolls, the Big Trouble. So, but if you want to play a game with me, hit me up in Discord and see if we can't find a way to make our schedules work. It might not happen, but hey, who knows, right? Besides that, I look forward to seeing everybody at Gen Con. I look forward to seeing everybody show up for the next time I go live here, which won't be this week. And I don't think it'll be next week. I might be taking a 2-week hiatus because of Gen Con and school start. So it's gonna be rough. And I know that streamers, when they like take breaks of so often, it's a bit tough. It's a bit of a system shock when they come back and no one's there. So I hope you guys are there when I come back. But to ease the pain a bit, while I'm at Gen Con, maybe starting Tuesday night, I'm gonna roll replays like 24/7 on the stream while I'm gone. So I think the Seance of Blake Manor gameplay, the Ship Theory, Elder Scrolls gameplay, all of the Soundgarden and Reprise stuff will be on replay. So just looping endlessly. Endlessly. So at any point in Gen Con, if somebody gets one of my badges and they go to the channel, they'll see. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully we get some more followers so that we can unlock that awesome KDM gift bag for whoever the heck wins. So tell your brother, your sister, your former roommate, your partner, hop on Twitch, hit that follow, that like, or whatever. Same with YouTube. Let's get it up to 250 Twitch, 500 YouTube, and somebody is going to get a free, shipped out to them, courtesy of Moa, Kingdom Death gift bag. So goodie bag. I think that'll be a lot of fun. What else? I think that's it, right? Yeah, I think it's it. I know it's a bit early, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So adios from me, 5XP. We'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you at Gen Con. Adios, amigos.